The kolam in Tamil means form and beauty. It is within itself an intrinsic geometrical pattern. Like how all elements of design are interdependent, all dots in the kolam are interconnected to form this beautiful form. Each of us are different, our ideologies, our approach to life, even the way we dress up, and of course our memories as well. So I think everybody's abode should reflect on who they are, where they come from, and what they believe in. And it should be a celebration of their life and their personality. Hi, I'm architect Soumya Kumar from Om Architecture. So this home is my very own. It's called the Kolam House. The project is located in Coimbatore, this beautiful city where we have tropical climate. So the idea was to bring in as much of nature as possible into the building. The plot is about 6.5 cents. Inside a gated community. So we had to stick to the existing norms that were already there. Like as in, facade had to be homogeneous with whatever was already existing, and of course the height of the building will have to match with the rest. This plot particularly had an existing villa, about 16 years old villa. And it was quite dilapidated, so we had to bring it down. So the entry is from the southeast into the parking. And from the parking we have a small patio. This is where you enter into your home, so you have to make it go in theme with the rest of the house. So that is how this is done. While the aesthetic elements of this foyer would be, of course, the marble flooring, along with it the inlay of brass kolam in it. That is from where the name of the house has been derived also. Then we have, of course, these vintage look-alike switches. Apart from that, we have this beautifully carved wooden door panel on top that has a Krishna, the Kamadhenu, the Garuda and the Hanumans. All these gods are supposed to be auspicious to have in the entrance of a house. And then entering into the house, we have this beautiful Koil Padikal. The inspiration is from a very old temple near Trichy. From here, what you see is this beautiful reclaimed Duvamati wooden door. So you enter the house through this huge wooden door, which mimics a Chettinad wooden door. It's about 11 feet high. Then you get into this great room, which is about 24 feet by 19 feet 6 inches. When you look at it, it might look bigger because the height is higher. It's about 14 feet high. So in this great room, while designing itself, I have provided this small niche for the grandfather's clock to sit in. I have two large windows happening here. These windows are again mimicking the windows of Chettinad. The windows in Chettinad are quite smaller compared to these. Now, because I believe in a lot of natural light and ventilation, these windows are bigger. So the great room is designed to be a very elegant space. It's very monotone to go along with the woodwork. And that's why we have the ocean beige flooring happening here. We have the wainscoting happening here. Then we have from the great room, the view into this courtyard. The courtyard, as I told earlier, has these breeze blocks happening here. This prevents the view from this west side where I have the main road happening here. These breeze blocks are terracotta blocks which are painted to match the scheme of the entire place. We wanted a courtyard to be more rustic, we wanted it to be more earthy, something extremely opposite to what we have in the great room.
Soumya didn't want something common, she wanted something slightly experimental, something that's like a reflection of herself. We tried to represent that in this artwork, so we used a lot of color, we used different elements. There's certain things that are extremely detailed, like the banana leaves, and then there's certain things that are just line drawings.
This entire space is an open plan. As part of the living, we have the small portion as well. This is a library area with a built-in library unit happening here. So, in order to demarcate living room from the dining room, we have this level difference with these steps. On one side of the step, we have wooden glass louvers. These are representations of column which also act as partition between the living and the dining. We have the center portion painted on glass that mimics a stone temple column.
இந்த பெயிண்டிங் கண்ணாடியில் செய்கிறதுன்னு சொன்னால் மேலே கிளாஸிங்காக இருக்கும், உள்ளே தான் செய்ய முடியும். அப்போ இதுக்கு உண்டான ஸ்கெட்சு ரிவர்ஸ் தலைகீழ் முறையில் எடுத்து இந்த பக்கம் ஆள்கள் நடமாட்டம் தெரியும், அந்த பக்கம் வந்தாலும் ஆள்கள் நடமாட்டம் தெரியும்னு சொன்னதுனால அதையே ஐடியா பண்ணி ஸ்கெட்ச் பண்ணி பெயிண்ட் சாதாரண எனாமல் பெயிண்ட் வேலைகள் செஞ்சு சில ஷேடிங்ஸுகளை பஃபிங் முறையில் செஞ்சு முடித்தேன். ஸ்ப்ரே ஒர்க் வரலாம் கிடையாது, இல்லை ஹேண்ட் ஒர்க்.
On this side we have a real wooden column. This is about 100 years old, sourced from Chettinad in Andhra Pradesh. On the other side of this lure, of course, we have the dining space. The dining space is pushed towards one side of the space that we have, because it's not necessary to define all the spaces that we have already. It can be multi-purpose, like how we used to have the Nalukette in Kerala architecture, like how we have the Nadumuttam in Chettinad. These were spaces that were not defined. It's not for a particular purpose. From the dining, you can look into the courtyard on this side and into the garden that is there in the east. And in the garden, I have a small space that is demarcated for puja. This is because I've always wanted the puja to be a part of the garden. The ceiling of this puja room is hand painted. This is a replica of the ceiling of the Nandi in Brihadishwara temple. This is the section of my dining space, and how these clear story windows have helped me cut down the heat and keep this place naturally ventilated and cool. We have this double height happening over here in the dining space. We have the dining area happening here. We have a window that is looking into the courtyard side. And we have this large glass unit happening in the east. We also have a straight flight staircase that leads to the next level. The straight flight staircase is of solid wood. You come to the first floor, and then over here you can see the clear story window happening in the east wall. In the west, it's happening in the first floor level in the cantilevered study space. So from there we have again small level difference leading to the private zone into the master bedroom that is happening in this southwest corner. Before we get into the master bedroom unit, which is the entire thing here, we have this small study space which acts as my home office now. We have a wooden window opening here. Through this wooden window, I have vision into the study of my children and into the ground floor where my kitchen door is there. So when I sit and work here, I have total control of whatever is happening in the house. I also have the view into this blank wall where I have put up this 8 feet by 4 feet commissioned Meenakshi Amman painting. And for the master bedroom, we have the dressing happening here. And through the dressing, we have the toilet. This is the private zone comprising of the master bedroom, the home office, the dressing and the toilet for the master bedroom. Then going further into this private space only, we have the circular wooden staircase, again solid wood. This is to go to the next floor level where we have our spa and our AV room. Going down again, this into this corridor. The other side, that is in the northern side, we have 2 more bedrooms. This is my son's bedroom and this is my daughter's bedroom. My son wanted a very concrete setup into his room. My daughter's bedroom, she wanted it more colorful and she does not even want it to be called her bedroom. So it's more like a playroom for her. We have a very cute niche happening here, her reading corner. She's more into gymnastics and things like that. So we have a climbing wall. And then we have a small rope cart kind of a thing, arrangement for her to climb and go there and start reading. This house is all full of memories. It's about my beautiful memories from my childhood. It's about my travel, the temple visits that I had when I was a child. That's how you see a lot of temple architecture, Dravidian architecture over here. Of course, Chettinad architecture, that's how my ancestral house is based on. If you see the columns, the woodwork, the thin nails, those are all the Chettinad influence. You can see the wainscoting on the wall, which is more of a colonial interior element. The 3 different typologies come together to form this beautiful space. It's all about my memories. It's all about me.